Have you ever had an experience, an otherworldly or even supernatural experience that you can't quite explain?
What are we to know, or how are we supposed to take the messages that are maybe coming to us, and how do we incorporate them into our lives?
So we asked the universe.
Welcome to this episode of What's the Universe Say About That?
I'm Mary Obana, and along with my husband Michael, we ask the universe for answers. You see, I'm blessed with this beautiful gift where I get quiet and I can connect with the loving guidance of the universe.
So today, you'll see and hear Mary connect directly to that divine guidance and hear the words of wisdom flow directly through her in response to questions about life and the challenges we all face at certain times.
So, welcome to our home.
And welcome to this now normal, but always amazing part of our daily lives. So sit back, get ready, and let's hear what the universe has to say about that.
Let's do it. Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
Hey, everybody. I am really excited about this episode. You know, I think a lot of people, they don't share it with too many, but I think a lot of people have had experiences. I'm going to call them supernatural experiences just because I don't even know a word for it, but things that they can't explain. And they know it was something big or different, and they were meant to hear or experience, and they don't know what to do with it. And that's happened with me. I mean, it's kind of crazy that we live in this our life with Mary being able to do what she does. It's become normal for us. But I think a lot of folks have had either one or two or sometimes many experiences that they don't know what to do with, and they don't know how to share them, or should they share them. It can make for interesting conversation around the family dinner table for sure. So the question I had
Mm-hmm.
is, what are we to know, and kind of how are we to deal with those supernatural or unexplainable experiences that we may have had in our lives?
Okay.
That was a long setup.
Sure was.
I can't even explain the question. So
I can't imagine an, a question that is better suited for the universe because no one here
exactly.
can figure it out,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And so many people we've talked to,
Everyone
when
has,
they find out kind of what Mary's experience is and what she does, they a lot of times people will kind of sheepishly say, "Well, I had this thing that I can't figure out."
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's ask the universe.
Okay.
What are we to know, and how are we to incorporate it into our lives?
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Let's
sitting back and
do it.
listening to this one.
Okay. Let's go. All
Let's go.
right. There is so much you cannot see. There is so much to your world that you cannot see. The human experience is one that has been focused on the material, that which you can touch and feel and experience with your own eyes, and that can make sense based on what it is you know. But yes, there is so much more. There is this entire non physical existence that exists. It is present around each and every one of you, but not everyone is aware of it. The non physical existence is one of pure love. It is one that is always present, surrounding you, and interacting with you, whether you acknowledge it or not. Most times, it goes unnoticed. But there are moments that cannot be ignored. These experiences, as you have described as supernatural, are actually the most natural experience of all. When one has something that occurs that does not fit within the construct of what they are accustomed to, it can be confusing. It can be frightening to some, only because of its unfamiliarity, you see. But there is never anything to fear. The forces that are around you, available to you, are there always to share something that you are to know. And it is an opening that is required to receive it. That is why when your emotional state is in a certain place where you can be open to it, or when it is so necessary for you to receive something that it has a way of breaking through. Many people experience such an experience after a loss of one they love because they are in a state of wonder, curiosity. They are in a state of wondering how their loved one is. It is a state where they are holding an energy, seeking understanding, wanting to know that the one they have lost is okay. This is a condition, a state that people often experience something of this nature. It's as if the wall has come down a bit and an opportunity to receive has opened. Some may experience a dream of a loved one visiting them that feels so real because it is real. Some can see something that catches them by surprise, that reminds them instantly of a loved one, something that can only be connected to the one that they have lost. In each of these situations, you are to know that you never lose the one you have loved, for you see, love is everlasting. The energy of love cannot be broken. So it is the desire both of the one who loves you so much and your desire to be connected to the one you love so much that an opening occurs. And they can come in many forms, but they are different than what you experience typically. There are other times where an experience also can happen, but each of these experiences requires either a letting down of your guard, a lowering of the wall of resistance that makes it difficult for you to receive this divine interaction, or the forces of that which is non physical so urgently wants you to know something. So these experiences are real. They may not fit within the typical experiences that you have become accustomed to, but there is so much you cannot see. There is so much that exists that you have available to you. Each and every one of you has available to you if you open yourself to receive them. And how each one receives them is unique to the one. Some people are visual, so they will receive visual messages. Others have a strong sense, feelings, knowings, understandings that come to them. Some call it gut instinct, some call it just a flash of inspiration or knowledge. It is interesting because this interaction, this relationship that each one has with that which they cannot see, comes in many forms. Those who are creative receive inspiration. You see, you are not alone. A music, a song that must be heard, the notes, the melody, the words come seemingly out of nowhere. An idea for something, a product, an offering inspires you. A storyline for a novel lands. You see, there is always a dance that happens, an interaction that happens between the non-physical and physical, and it happens for each and every one of you. You just don't recognize its origin always. But it is true, it is real, and it is beautiful. It is not something to be ashamed of. It is not something to hide. But it is something that is for you. Think of it as a gift, something that you are to know, something you are to receive, something you are to feel, something you are to understand. It is for you, you see. So whether you share it or not, receive it with the openness, knowing that it comes from love. Do not fear it. It always comes from love. And you always know that it comes from that beautiful source of love because it feels like love. In its own form, it is for you. Does this help?
You answered every question I had. I I was thinking that messages come in those circumstances, but as you said, it can be different for everyone and can come in a different form for everyone. And sometimes it's just to let you know that you're not alone. So That
because you are not. You are not. And when you open yourself to this existence, it is as if you have the greatest source of support and love and comfort and guidance and protection available to you. It is here, whether you acknowledge it or not, but it is a far more delightful and enjoyable experience when you accept its truth and open yourself to its existence. For when you do, more comes, you see.
hmm,
Not that more is sent, because it is always available. More comes because more is received.
that's beautiful. Thank you.
We hope this has been helpful.
It's great.
Mm,
That was perfect.
mhm,
Literally, usually I'm thinking of questions along the way. Um, this just kind of went right down the
mm,
list and answered everything before I even had the question.
mm,
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's the only way I can describe it. It's a it's a life philosophy.
mm,
It's there,
mhm.
and you can either choose to embrace it or not.
Yeah,
And and as they said, it's a far more delightful way to go through life if you're doing the dance.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. And it is true. It's always there. And I know in the work that I do, a lot of people think that that is not available to them.
yeah,
But it's interesting. Like I was just working with a client yesterday and conveyed all this information that came through for them, and the response was, "Yeah, that I've felt that. Like I felt that information, but it's almost like they needed to understand, or it validated that that information that
yeah.
they've received is actually
So
that
so they were getting it
they were getting it."
directly,
Yes,
but they just
exactly.
weren't trusting it or acknowledging it.
That's
Yeah,
right, that's right. So sometimes we get these things, these feelings, and we're like, "I kinda knew that,"
yeah,
but they don't really kind of heed it.
yeah.
But there's so much that's always coming through.
And I haven't figured it out. My experiences, so called my supernatural experiences, completely come in completely different forms than yours.
Yeah.
And I, I was always trying to figure out, like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And some of them have been very clear. They clearly came with meaning. Some of them were inspiration. And many of them I have now kind of just accepted that it's just like a little tap on your shoulder, that like you're not alone. And
Mm,
that's an incredibly comforting
mm,
kind of thing.
yeah,
And they're all just little ways to interact with you. I
yeah,
love that phrase they use of, like, it's a dance.
yeah,
I love that idea of
yeah,
it's a dance between the physical and the non-physical at
yeah,
all times.
yeah.
And you
And I
can
think
choose to dance or not.
yeah, exactly, and I think that I know in my journey, the thing that really opened up the connection was just releasing the doubt.
Yeah.
And the all the kind of mind kicking in
Skepticism
and
and all that.
skepticism. And once I let go of that,
Mhm.
it was like this floodgate of just this, and then it becomes something that you become more familiar with.
Yeah.
So I think the releasing of the doubt and just accepting and knowing it's there because it is, and then kind of just allowing yourself to receive whatever it is that comes through for you in whatever manner it comes through. Just let go of the doubt, because what have you got to lose?
Well,
You know?
it's easier said than done. I
Yeah,
will say that.
yeah,
It's, that's your superpower, is that incredible ability to, you know, release the doubt and trust.
Yeah.
And
But it
that's
was a process.
yeah,
At
yeah.
first I was like, I mean, for what? For 50 years I ignored it. I mean, so yeah, but,
Yeah, maybe,
so,
you got to a point where you were able to do it. Maybe
oh,
that's a
yeah.
better way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think it's, I don't know. Just know that it's there
Yeah.
and open yourself to it. And
And you can get in the dance. You can get on the dance floor. You don't have to be an expert dancer.
no.
So just even being there, so, you don't have to be channeling messages.
Yes.
You can
No.
be just accepting that little tap on the shoulder
A
that you're
tap
not
on the
alone.
shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
That little noticing,
So,
whatever that might be. Just go, okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Exactly. Well, thank you for
Yes.
joining us. Hopefully that was good. That was I love that one.
Okay. Well,
So,
hopefully you loved it as much as Mike did.
and I know if you're out there and you've had some of those little experiences that you don't dare tell anyone,
Yeah.
maybe this will be helpful for you.
Yeah.
So,
All right. All right. See you next time.
see you.
Take it
Bye-bye.
easy.